Okay, hi there everybody. I'm Doughboy Cap and we're playing Railroader. So keep rolling along with our day on the CC&G Railroad. Get caught up with where we were. Soon. Alright, here we go. Okay, so first off, I know it's not the most important thing, but I did some experimentation. Came up with a standard for these engines. Customize. Lettering color. First of all, I didn't realize they aren't in lettering color I use for everything else. And I want to do running blades in the yellow gold. The white one also white. Something in the tender. Do white walls on the tender. Try and copy. Oh, we did. So we copied and it took everywhere except second engine. CC 6X. There we go. Alright, now that the important stuff's out of the way. Jump up to our Lotsa engine. I want to have him push the coaches back towards the station. And then we've got to untangle a little bit of a mess we made in Andrews here. If we go to our Andrews yard engine, so he's got to nudge him in just a little bit further. See where our passenger engine's at. So actually on our passenger engine, we're going to do something similar. So I'll leave the green and all that. I like it with the gold. Fix the tender too. And the stripe. Yeah. Okay. So we don't really need coal, honestly. We'll just get water. Uh-oh. Whoops. I still had 484. My bad. over and see what chaos I caused with 484. All right. Okay, so that's the local train put together and ready to go. So he's just got to switch the Andrews customers. That'll release our engine 901 here. Patiently waiting. Let's head back over. One thing about these relative to the in-game, the Berkshires I was using, they do seem to go through water like crazy. Although I don't know if maybe that's just because the Berkshires had such a huge tender that you just didn't notice they were going through water. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the look of them though. Even if they do look a little funny on curves, but most big steam engines do. Actually, drag these out first. Get all our switches ready. Because what I want, the cars that are going into this side of the plant, I want to put on this end of the outer track, track 4. Make them easier to get later. And then we just have this one car going to Andrews other than Snowbird paper. So I want these SH1 and 2 cars to be down on this end. And then on this end of the track, I want this side Snowbird cars and the Tatham grain car behind them. Is the plan. We're going to do another 10. Actually, no, that's good enough. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so to start, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put these over here. Check on 630. Still watering. Road train. On the subject of water, we're actually going to have the road train stop. Whittier. We're not going to worry about water for the helper too much, but for the road engine, we're definitely going to fill the tank. An extra 2,000 gallons, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll see what happens. The tank nice and full before they go up the mountain.
Yeah. So we gotta fill again in those rows. Fill again in those rows. It's fine.
Okay, what was I doing here? Plenty of water, or plenty of coal, I mean. So we'll go back and put 630 on top of the train. Why does he have an approach signal here? Because I didn't give him the Whittier signals. Because I was going to get the log train moving. That's why. Pulpwood train, I should say. So 630 is back on its train. Swing the passenger car over. So what I do, I'm going to set the parlors over on this leg of the Y. Set the coaches up on the main, keep the baggage on the engine, come back onto the parlors, flip them around, grab onto the coaches with the baggage, flip back onto the parlors, and then take off. Make sense? Okay, so now we go to our 484, the Andrews engine. Now he has all his drop-offs going into this end of the plant. Snowbird paper. So we'll go ahead and let him start doing that. We'll jump real quick to our road freight train. I like the black and gold with the white tires. It's nice. I didn't put the Alco whistle on. Better run forward. Not that far forward. Jesus. Whoa. I know I said I wasn't going to worry about the helper, but we'll just go ahead and do it. It's not like it's all that much water. Actually, we're good. To get on the pulpwood train moving, which I'm delinquent in doing. That's okay. So I want him pull up to the East Whittier engine service track. I've got to give him signals now. So I'll give him Silva, I'll give him Dillsborough. You know what? I'll have him pull into Parker's. That'll be where we'll do the meet. Okay. Back to 6:30. Give him another move. As soon as we're done in the void. There we go. Okay. We'll check on 637. He's probably filled up by now. Yep, he is. Raise the water column. Let these guys pull forward a little. And fill up the road engine. Okay, close enough. Jump to 484. Spotted a coal hopper. Where's the next one going? The next one's going to R2. R1 and R2 is over here. So we'll let him go do that. Jump back to our road freight. Nope, still filling. Okay, not that fast. Actually, oh nope. Oh, I sandbagged myself. That's okay. I forgot to do a move. It's fine. Oh well. I meant to do one more to get these SH2 cars over here. That's okay. I can do it after we get these pumped up. It's fine. Okay, we got the coaches on the main. Let's make a cut. For those of you who don't know, if you hold shift and click the glide hands, they'll come undone and they'll close the angle cocks in one move, which is kind of nice. Four Aces engine must have been something to see in person. Black domes are interesting. I wonder if it was really like that. Oh, and then kind of a cool detail. So the Timken had decals and it had a plaque with companies that had donated parts. That's kind of neat. Okay. All right, now he's got to spin him around. Spin over here to this guy. So we got one, and then all the rest are going to the PO track, besides those hoppers on the front. PO tracks are back here. Put them all on one track, it doesn't matter. This guy's got to be full by now, right? Right? Right.
trip the signal? I did. I'm going to need to set that again.
I think maybe in the future, running these by themselves as the road engine, this is going to be a pretty regular stop after some experimentation. By the time you get to Silva, you're at like half a tank.
I don't know.
I don't want to do that. Of water, plenty of coal.
There we go. Backing down.
The other thing I'm continually having to remind myself is that these engines, they pull almost as much as the B65 does, but not quite. So I have to adjust my
Expectations down just a little bit, but that's okay. Small price to pay for beauty. So I'm stopped like here. That's fine. 488. You better be on the move. Faster than that. He's just now coming through Dillsboro. So he'll make markers before these guys easily.
These guys have a relatively heavy train.
Quick screen grab real quick to use for the thumbnail. How about that? Not that one. This one. This one. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to start doubling the passenger train back together, and then 6:30 will be ready to go. Back to the yards.
I don't know if it's technically a yard switcher.
The local crew.
I do like that.
Black and gold, I think.
Yeah, I like that better than the white. I did like the white for like the kind of Northern Pacific. I guess look, because for those of you who don't know, that's where the Timken engine ended up. I'm gonna leave 630 in green.
But
The rest of the engines in this class are gonna get the gold.
yeah, I like that.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
And who's to say, for the company's lore, why the class engine was green? Maybe it was. Maybe this company bought the actual Timken engine.
Maybe, I don't know.
Division superintendent's birthday.
They wanted to paint the engine green. Who knows? Who cares? All right.
So now I gotta fix my screw up from earlier. this time, I could have gotten the local out of town. Oh.
That's okay. We'll run it behind the passenger train. It's fine.
Oops. I even parked that engine there specifically so that when the passenger train came in, I could get it out and tied on and ready to go. Oh well. Best laid plans. Normally, I like to, as soon as the passenger train's in here, I get the local moving so I can get it over the hill and hopefully get its Nantahala work done. That didn't happen today. That's okay. Okay, before we get moving, we gotta set up our passenger stops, which is all of them. Even the Alarca branch stops. Make sure we copy them. And we're gonna give our destination as a little bit short of Bryson Depot, so we can service the engine. And last step we gotta do is give the signals. Come on, there we go. Again, for those of you who don't know, this top switch here, so these two switches will control the same interlocking, right? The top switch says normal or reversed. Bottom switch says left or right. Normal being the switch going straight, reversed meaning the switch goes into whatever the side direction is. Left or right literally means left or right along the board. Cardinal direction doesn't really matter for that purpose. So that's what it all means. And I apologize if I've not explained that clearly before. Anyway, okay, so 6:30 is at the depot. It's not copy. Oh, okay. There they go. Okay. Why are people not getting up? 488 is in at Barker's Creek. So we need to give the road train signals, and we'll give him, we'll just go ahead and give him his signals all the way to Silva. All right, where is the road train? He's coming through Thomas Valley right now. Actually, since he's clear of East Whittier, we need more logs. Right? I think we need more logs pretty desperately. No, not desperately, but we need them. Gonna need another train load and probably one more after that for today. So you get number 11 on the move. Okay, back to our buddy, the 484. How full is the passenger train? Pretty full for leaving Andrews. It's not bad. That crank 6:30 speed up. I did. Okay. Then follow 6:30 on the way out of town. do like this model. For those of you who missed my last video, I'm trying to find the name of this mod is. This is the Timken Four Aces by Green Ninja 2404 on Nexus Mods. Really, really like it. The Timken Four Aces, one of my favorite locomotives. Such a cool story behind it. So glad to see it. Sad ending though. They tried to save it, and Northern Pacific ended up scrapping it pretty much by mistake. It was like an administrative error. Not too bad. Okay. Just to finish what I was saying, the Four Aces was built, wasn't actually built by a railroad, or for a railroad. It was built at the Timken Roller Bearing Company in Canton, Ohio. It was a big customer of mine, my railroad career. I digress. They were trying to sell roller bearings to the railroads. So basically, you'd have roller bearings on all these little moving parts in here. Not so much on this, but the axles and that kind of thing. The railroads didn't really go for it. It was during the Great Depression. They didn't want to spend money. So Timken said, you know what? We'll just build our own engine, equip it with roller bearings. That'll show the railroads what a good idea this is. And it worked. They built this engine. They sent it around the country. They would let railroads basically borrow it and use it. Worked on freight trains, coal trains, express passenger trains, all over the country. They did like stunts where they would have a group of girls pull it. Like they would tie a rope to it and have them drag it to show how easy roller bearings moved, that kind of stuff. And it worked. Railroads, by and large, switched to using roller bearings on their locomotives. But while the engine was being trialed on the Northern Pacific Railroad, it had some firebox damage. And it was Timken demanded the Northern Pacific fix it. Northern Pacific, well, we're not going to put that money into repairing an engine we don't own. How that lease agreement didn't cover that. I don't know if they just didn't have lawyers back then. So the settlement was that Northern Pacific ended up just buying the engine and keeping it. They made it their 2626. It was kind of an Alco standard 484, so it was very similar to other engines they had anyway. So I don't know if they like slotted it into one of their classes or if it was just a unique engine. Anyway, it was 2626. It was based out in Washington State, and it ran there for a good, I think, like 20 years plus. So when Northern Pacific was starting to talk about getting rid of steam, look at that timing, huh? Look at that. That is gut instinct right there. Anyway, so when Northern Pacific started to talk about getting rid of steam, the Timken Roller Bearing Company, and then I think some other like rail fans in Canton, Ohio. What did I do? Oh, I screwed up the caboose when I'll fix it. It's fine. A bunch of rail fans and the Timken company in Canton, Ohio wanted to save the engine at Timken's headquarters. But the Northern Pacific, I guess, was interested in saving it. But I think it was literally like a clerical error or something like that.
didn't end up working out. They ended up scrapping it basically by mistake. It was one of the last running steam engines they had. It pulled like real fan trip excursions. There's great pictures of it in like the late 50s, pulling big, heavy passenger trains. It's kind of sad that it wasn't saved, but I'm really, really grateful to Green Ninja for making it for this game. I had been uncomfortable with having kind of the one 482 for passenger trains, then using the Berkshires for all freight trains. Just, I don't know. Sat weird with me for no particular reason. And I liked the idea of like an NC and St. L 284, the Dixons. One of which, by the way, just had a steam test in Nashville. So that locomotive was under steam for the first time since 4 years before my father was born, to give you an idea of how long it sat there. I think it now has the record, if there is a record for such a thing, of the longest gap between being decommissioned and being put back into service. Well, it's not in service yet, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I like that idea of like an engine that could pull freight trains in, passenger trains. So this is a decent enough substitute for an engine. That is where the gold running boards and the white tires came from. Makes sense. I guess a railroad being set in North Carolina, I can't really call it a northern Canada. What do we think? We call it a Carolina? Oh, Chesapeake, see you there. I don't know. I'll give it to you. Okay. The local train's moving. Following the passenger train up the mountain. Now we can put, finally, put our 901 over to get serviced. We'll spot those SH1, SH2 tracks, and we'll build our lumber train. Good thing there's no crew radio in this game, where this road crew would have been screaming, having to just sit down on the yard track for that long. But it's fine. They'll get over it. I like the articulated some curves like that. That's neat. Okay. I feel like there's somebody I've been neglecting all this time. Oh, yes. Whoop. The Alarka engine. Well, I guess there's still time to send him up the hill, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's time.
Well, there really isn't.
Yeah, it'll be alright. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll just switch these out.
We probably won't take them up the hill just yet, and then we'll run get the passenger train ready because it's got to meet the main line train when it comes through. Just have the one Andrews car, huh? It's fine. It's okay.
Is he like stalled? Oh, he's coming in. Okay. There's two of these, and we're stalled on the hill. We're in trouble. I'll fix that caboose the next time we get it into a caboose track.
That's okay. We'll let him park, jump to the lumber engine because he's kind of got to hustle a little bit.
Well, I mean, not really, but the thing is, if you let the sawmill get too far behind, it really starts burning through logs, and then the loaders have a hard time keeping up.
Don't let it get too far out of hand. So we got a drop to make here.
We're gonna make this drop.
Double the train over.
And then I definitely want to put some water into the red engine.
A little bit more. $484.
I did make a concerted effort to not jump around from train to train so much in this. We're falling way behind. So it's working one town at a time thing. It's for the birds. So I mean, let me know in the chat if you aren't sure what I'm doing, or I don't know, whatever.
It all makes sense in my mind, but I played this game a pretty upsetting amount of time. So move this over. Now we go to 901. Stub of the Y. I want him to go the engine terminal. Got to put some water, and then he's going to go up the mountain too. Speaking of going up the mountain, what's the passenger train doing? He's just clearing, pulling out a roto station. But then where's 902?
Oh, 902 is pretty far back. Okay. Especially we'll let 902 run until we see he's got a stop signal, and then we'll give him some more. So that's fine. the void.
And then we'll go to 637. 637 is making a drop.
So you know what? We do have the one Andrew's car ready to go down, so we'll do that. That'll work. Back to 484. You know what? I am going to try and balance a little bit here. I don't want like all of them in one track for pure aesthetics and OCD reasons. Okay, 488's here already. Wow. Okay. So he's got to go on, put the caboose right there. So that way we can just run the engine around, grab the caboose, and go. Pretty simple, right? 901. Fill them up with water. Okay, road engine. Put his train back together. Road engines, excuse me. Probably didn't really need to run a double header, but I wanted to. Really wanted to. It's my railroad, so I did. I feel good about it. I do. I'm a former railroader. I have a generally a sick fascination with just ruining the road foreman's day. You know, using more engines than I need. Yeah, it makes me happy. It does. Give it a minute. He's clearing that signal right now. Okay, jump to this guy. I probably had time to run up to the mines, and it's okay.
That's fine. Now it is too late. It's too late now. Let's go over to our CCLX 11. This engine, if I didn't give credit, it is a Lunar Locomotive Works engine, but it's not in the catalog mod. It's a separate, based on the K36, which is an aero gauge engine. It's nice and standard gauge. I think I'm going to make the doors green. I don't know. We'll see. Just to break up the black there. There we go. Let's make a cut, and we'll go grab the train. And then, speaking of the train, Connolly Creek. Let me see. L2 has more logs, so that's where I want these to go. Copy to 5 others, and then sometimes you have to cycle it to get them to. There we go. Okay. So 488 has made his couple. So I'm going to let him go all the way around and grab this train on the other end. So then we'll take the loads and the caboose and head out of town. Sound good? Good. Actually, we're going to work the other pulpwood train at the same time. Pulpwood must have been big business in North Carolina. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. Let's have him push these here. So 901 is done. So he'll be ready when we need him. 637. I don't know. Doesn't really need water, I guess. Yeah, screw it. What is life without chances? So I have him, I'm going to have him pull up on the siding in Silva. And that'll make sense once we get down here. Let's let him get moving. One of the kind of funny things since I spawned these engines together, the shop should look exactly the same. It almost sounds like one engine. It's really kind of odd. I'm gonna do something a little different. Not a little different. I kind of do it all the time. Just haven't done it in a while. Stand on the station platform and watch this. Picking up speed pretty well, so that's good.
How about that? Okay. Back to business. $488. Let him grab his train. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Jeez. Okay. Turn off these marker lights. Lace him up. And have him pull right into Dillsborough Yard. And to facilitate that, he's going to need signals. And yeah, I could take him up to Whittier Station and spin him on the Y and all that, but I just don't feel like it. And I feel like well, I don't know, a railroad actually probably would have done that, but just not. So. Get me info right now. Okay. So we leave the first cut of our Topton Graham County pulpwood train over there. Come over. I don't know why I'm chugging all of a sudden. There we go. Okay. Grab our caboose. And then we grab engine 901. Have him come over and tie onto this end. So he is going to pull the empty logs, empty pulpwood, I guess, up the mountain. And when I stop over there, I close the water. And 902 is going to go up to a hard stop at the top to the side. That's okay. So we'll basically let him get moving when we hear the passenger trains in Nantahala. How's that? So you know what we'll do? We'll do, this is a pre-AI waypoint control method. We'll put a few Z down. And let 902 pull up. You can wait by the station. Hear the passenger train right down. Cars. Where are they going? They're going to L2. Connolly Creek. L2. Maybe we can make that a rule on the railroad here. That kind of sounds like something full-size railroad might have done. Can't have a train start downhill behind another train on the red marble grade. Basically, a train can't leave Topton until this train makes it to Eilelwen. I don't know. Seems like the kind of rule a railroad would have had. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is that about? Just trying to change some markers here. Okay, so let's get the log train put together. Is 901 like coming, or there he is? Okay. Okay. So now we got to be able to spin the road freight engines around and then also switch the interchange track out and get these cars onto the interchange. How to do all that? Well, for one, we don't need two engines to do it. So we'll have 637. I'm going to release 637 and let him head back to Bryson. .636, our new road engine. It'll do this automatically if you forget, but I'm going to cut them out. Turn off the cutout in MU. So now that I've got that figured out, finally, we're going to pull ahead about 10 cars. If he pulls ahead, it's about 10 cars. That it'll be a little bit more than that, but that's okay. We just want to get the caboose clear of this switch. So 901 is where it needs to be, but we're going to wait until we have the log train all together. Oh, there it is. Log train's all together. How about that? Okay. And then the reason we left this handbrake on was so that we could find where the joint was, which is right here. These are the ways we make life easier for ourselves. The 901 is going to run up the mountain to Topton. We got to give him his signals. So through here, and reverse. There we go. Passenger train's almost into Nantahala, as you can see.
636, I want to do 2 more cars. $637. Once that caboose is clear, I'm going to send him to Dillsboro. Well, I'm going to give him the waypoint for Bryson. Stop in Dillsboro. Yeah, when I did that copy on the tender, it tried to grab the caboose too for some reason. That's okay. So I'm going to put 637's destination as the Bryson Engine Service track. I'm actually going to wait.
He doesn't have tail markers.
Well, 636. It's going to make a cut right here.
I'm going to push these cars back. I need to, as long as they fit clear of this Y switch, everything will work out.
So, we'll see. $484. Let's come over and grab the green car, I guess that is. 630 into Eilelwen, he is. Okay, so 902. Come back. Give him the top 10 signal. Kill that fusee. I'm going to get the Alarka passenger car set up. So the mainline passenger train is headed east. So we want everything east of Alarka Junction. And we will give the Alarka engine waypoint of here. Okay, 636. Haha, just fit. Guess I could have jammed another couple in. That's okay. Okay. So now we're going to go down and we're going to switch Silva interchange. When we're done with that, we'll spin the road engine around the Y and we'll be able to shove these cars down into the interchange. Is what I figured out. So let's come all the way down here. Grab a hold of these. Meantime, we'll jump back to 484. And come up and switch Tatham Green.
It's actually, they're making it easy for us today.
All he's got to do is shove the boxcar on this end. If I can place the waypoint. There we go.
Cut off, and then grab these.
Off the other end. Nice and easy. Okay, and
Just letting the void do its thing here.
there's the classy with the gold. So I like it. So 637 is going to wait here at this signal
Until the pulpwood train,
arrives.
and then he can continue on his way to Bryson. I really probably should have put a few Z here,
Or even down by the depot. But that's all right.
Looks like, oh, is he going to stop short of the crossing anyway?
How about that?
Okay, now we got to get into a little bit of boringness here. I apologize.
We oil the pickup cars. Oil this one and oil this one.
Are we almost done? There we go. There's one. And the other one. Okay.
So now I'm going to go over and grab this track. While he's doing that, we'll jump back to our 484 friend here. So we got a hold of this big long train. Slam the empties back into track 2.
Run down the hill, park the logs, and then bring the empty pulpwoods back up the mountain. Dillsboro pulpwood train still chugging his way up to Cowie Tunnel, but he's almost there. Okay, 6:36. I'm gonna oil up this track. That one and that one. Like watching the grass grow, right? I apologize. I'm sorry. I've thought about just turning the maintenance off, but I do like how it kind of forces you to rotate engines around and that kind of stuff. And like this does kind of simulate a air test, I guess. And then like once you bring a railroad car onto your property, your railroad is now liable for it. So you really want to make sure before you pull a car off the interchange track, you really take a good look. Okay, so we're going to leave our cars we're building at Dillsboro. We're dropping at Dillsboro on this track. So now we'll go and we'll do cars parked on the main. And then all we're doing here is we're building a block of cars that are going to Bryson, or that we're dropping at Dillsboro, and then the rest that are going through to Bryson will be behind it. Let's take the reporting marks off of this tender. I could put CC&G in there, I guess, huh? Okay. Let's see, we got a Silva on this end and a bunch of Andrewses. That makes things real easy. Come in here, I want the Silvas on this track. So we're going to drag this set out all the way down. I want it right down at the bottom end of the track. Easy peasy. CCLX 11. Drop the empties here. And then head down to track 1 to L1. Oop. Pick up the loads we left down there. (902). Who's 902? 902 is the local. Okay. Made that run surprisingly fast. So these are going to the Union Lumber Company. What we need to do with Union Lumber Company cars is we got to run around them. Because we can. The Union Lumber Company is here.
this step. So we gotta back all the way down and shove them in. Okay. 488 is in the yard. Switch is thrown back, so that means we can release the helper engine sitting waiting very patiently. At
Wherever he's waiting. Dillsboro.
Yeah, and we have a switch left open at Eastwood here. Bet I know which one it is. That one. Okay. So I'm going to let 637 all the way back.
I'm going to hold him at pricing. He should be on the move now.
Yep, he is.
And now that he's going by, we'll let 488
Start breaking his train down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That was my best auto. Get the rest of the train oiled. Come on. Keep them coming. There we go.
I feel like it's kind of weird when you click on them and oil them, you see the brakes coming on. See that? The brake shoes move? I don't know. It's weird. Oh, no, it doesn't have anything to do with oiling them. It's just when you look at them.
Okay.
Got to be getting close to the end here.
No, not quite.
I love when you're doing this, oiling a train, it takes a while. You see the to-do list just stacking up in the corner.
Okay.
All right. So these cars in the end are cars going through to Bryson. The Sleigh, Micah, and Chist car we send to Bryson and then bring back east because of the way the spur in Wilmot works. So we make a cut here.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't mean to make a cut there. Crap.
Okay.
All right, we'll fix it.
All right.
Gotta run around these Union lumber cars.
You know what I could have done? And made life a lot easier on myself. Could have come down and pulled these out first, then run around and come to. It's fine. It's okay. Oh shoot! Signal and Nanahela. Nanahela. This one. And now I want to run around and get on this end just so I can flip these over on top of the Andrews cars. And then I think that's going to be about it. You know what? We do have a couple more pickups to make over here. I think I saw one there. Is this car ready to go? Oh, no. Okay. So we're just going to make one more run over here just to grab that tank car. And that's pretty much it for Andrews switching until the freight train gets out here at the end of the day. So pretty good. Pretty good shape. Pretty good. Just brought one car down to the interchange. That's all right. First passenger train, I'll run the subject. He's not to Allman yet. We're gonna do the reverse of if you watched some of the other videos, the way we did it coming the other way. So when after the passenger train leaves Almond, we're gonna turn off the Cochrane and Alarka station stops. What that means is the passengers for Cochrane and Alarka will get off at the next station, which conveniently enough for us is Alarka Junction. When they get off there, the Alarka train will scoop them up. I could do that with timetables, but then I would have to run a timetable, and I just don't work. You know, Aztec from the chat, it is a kind of interesting game. I've played this game a pretty embarrassing amount of time, especially because I used to do this for a living, so it doesn't really make sense to me why I would then just do this without getting paid. But, you know. Oh, shoot, did I clear that signal there? I did. Okay, very good. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. So what we need to do here is I want to put 901 on the back end of this train, and we're going to shove it down the hill. Well, yeah, shove it down the hill towards Graham County Pulpwood. Well, no, I'm sorry, that's not true. We're going to shove half of it down to Graham County Pulpwood. So he needs Topton. Okay, and then 902. Run down in the idiotic order I set this up for myself. It's going to do the Union Lumber Company first, because I was too dumb and lazy to come down here and check to see these two empties, these two loads ready to go. But that's okay. Okay, 636, back to business. Is the one thing with yard mode, once it stops, it doesn't show up on your to-do list up here. So you have to kind of look in your engine list to check it. And I usually forget. One needs to switch at Topton. Okay. Larka 7. Do that outbound here, and then come back over and get your coaches. Coaches, before we forget. Turn it on, Cochrane Larka. Turn off everything past Larka Junction. So that way those guys will get off at Larka Junction station and get onto the road train when he comes through. Ideally. Who really knows what passengers are going to do? Okay, 488. So the first cars that went in were Silvas, so this is now going to be the track where we put Silvas for today. And then this other track is going to be where all the Parsons Tannery ballpark goes. Pretty easy. Number 11, log engine. Just want to check and see where our helper is. He's still not up to 1 yet, so that's fine. And he's an extra, so if he gets a red light, I don't really care. 901 has a stop signal. And because there's cars on the track, it can't give him a clear, so you got to talk him past it. Okay, so he's coupled up there, so now we count 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Make our cut. Good, it should show 17. The engine, the tender, caboose, and the 14 cars. Very good. Now we want to go to Graham County Pulpwood. We're going to shove these all the way up into the straight. And what is 636's problem? Like, seriously. What is the issue?
Okay, you know what? We're not messing with this right now. It's just gonna make me mad. So. Okay, so these are more of our Dillsboro cars. So we're gonna flip these over here. I'm hoping maybe when we come back in and couple up to these, it'll fix that goof there. I don't know what's going on with that. So. Okay. So the Alarcas will get coupled up. We'll run over to the siding. Passenger train, we already made our almond stop. Down here. Tell our Alarca passengers to get off the train. Don't care if you go home, you can't stay here. 484. 7 signal. So we want him to just go in and make a station stop there. Actually pass the signals. A little while. NO2 says he's at his waypoint. Okay, good. Congratulations. Then come in and grab this. 7, we're going to have stop. So I think all the Parsons Tannery cars are together. They are. Very good. So we'll put the silver cars over in the other track. And then we'll go put water in this engine. Then 48's going to be done until the roof rate comes through. Roof rate, which apparently can't handle coupling up to cars. I think I know what I did. I didn't have him back up far enough. So then when he was going in to make the couple again, he couldn't get enough speed on before he was going to have to slow down to try not to hit the cars in there. So if I'd maybe put him in manual or something, I could fix it. I don't know. I'm not going to fight with it right now. 901 needs the Topton signal one more time. .484 is done. .902. And finally 488. So 630 is working his way up to Alarca. Still got a decently full train. It looks like it's. .636.
now we'll swing these cards that are all going to Bryson. I think pretty much everything else, except for those two head pin cards, is going at least through Bryson. So this freight train is almost built. These lumber cars, park them over here. And then we're going to come out, grab these loads, and we're going to go back out to Eilelwen with the engine in the middle. Perfectly legal, nothing wrong with it. You should do it more in this game. It saves you a lot of moves. Although even though I could have saved myself having to do it, I'd been more intelligent when I first got into 10. But that's okay. Really neither here nor there at this point. Alright. Spot the logs up. Now we can go get the pulpwood, empty pulpwoods. Did I not close the anvil clock all the way? Closed it most of the way. That's fine. Like, why are you giving me a hard time about 5%? Whatever. Check on where 637 is. He's coming by now. I see him. There he is. Let's go back and get those Nantahala. Is it Nantahala Power? Where's there? Hopefully this just makes this coupling all at once. So I don't have to part with it. Again, self-inflicted problem. I could have just made the cut in the right place to start with. Oh good, a car for the Bryson cooling tower. We need one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Guess we have to do it in manual. Oh, that's annoying.
There we go.
Okay, now we got to do this again. Come on.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, so let's make a cut here.
Man, that was irritating.
Okay, we'll let it figure that out.
902. Okay, so 630 is at Alarka Junction now. So we'll they're picking them up already. Okay. Sometimes you have to go into the coaches and set Alarka Junction as the
Stop you want to get them to like reopen again.
this time it all worked out.
So
Oh, I know why. So what you can do, Alarka Junction. And then what we're gonna do,
and run number 7 when he's done with his station stop. Run him up to Cochrane.
and yeah, then when he's done loading up with passengers, he'll just, since there isn't anywhere to run around down here, we'll have him shove up to Cochrane and do the run around up there. That's fine.
It's not that far anyway. Okay,
We got all these empty pulpwoods.
run him up to Connolly Creek.
And it needs to be like just short of the switch, but it'll fit.
We jumped to 901.
Wow, it was already up there with the pulpwood. Okay. So the advantage of doing it this way, I want to pull these loads back up to Topton, grab the empties we had up there, and come back down here to Graham County. By that time, these will be loaded. And then we'll be able to just take these back out, up to Topton, put the train back together, and run back down to Andrews with all 28 pulpwood cars in one shot. The advantage of using the articulated.
All right, here we'll make our cut.
As these two head-end cars are going to Dillsboro.
So now we swing over and grab our Dillsboro pickup and we start doubling this train together. 48 doing? Oh yeah, he was just filling up with water. So he's all good. He can stop.
Take a break, boys.
Okay. Lace some air up.
Now I want
This track next. Did I put the outgo whistle on this one? I don't think I did.
you know what? I don't know. Might work better as a whistle for these engines.
Let's see. What whistle did Timken 1111 have? Timken carried a Wabco 4-chime air horn. Oh, okay. Well, we're not doing that.
Polar Express 5-chime. That's fine.
It's a Lehigh Valley 3-chime sound like.
Oh, you know what? I had that.
Yeah, no.
I like that.
B&M 6-chime. Okay. 901. Cut right here.
I'm gonna have him grab the caboose.
Flip the markers around. (902) just needs to run around this boxcar.
What's 630 doing on fuel?
Water pretty desperately in Bryson.
I almost. If we had put coal in it, Andrews, do you think maybe we might have gotten away with that? I don't know. It's okay.
We should zip on something like that. One last double. Then we shove to clear. Okay. 637 is in Cochrane. We're going to have him stop. While the passengers are doing their business, we'll have the engine run around. (901) all put together. Run him to Topton. Topton, I want him to come right down to the end of the main line. Or the end of the, you know what I mean, to the signal there. We'll give him the first signal that he needs. It's 902's problem. Oh yeah, duh, he needs an Nantahala signal. Which, this one. Okay, now his train's all put together. Well, no, it's not really. it's, yeah. It will be shortly. Give him through Nantahala, and he's going to need to head to Hewitt after this. Okay, make sure we got the switches back here. Let's have him shove. It'll be more than 20, but we'll give him 20 to start. It's going to take him a minute to charge the brake line too. Okay, did I leave enough? Yeah, we're good. Could have put it a little closer, but that's okay. Oh, it did just fit. I thought it was going to have to shove back a little more. Okay. Off to Hewitt. He's still charging the brakes? My goodness. These last couple of cars, what's their problem? They like disconnected. Oh, because they were never got it.
So I'm going to be here. So rather than counting cars, I'll just have him push. Give 637 that signal real quick. So where's 114? Oop. Left him down here. Oops. So you had some switching. 114 could have been doing all this time. I've been farting around, but that's okay. All right. So I let him run at 15. The engine passes the yard sign. I'm going to knock it down to 10 just to get him warming the brakes up, you know. Gets him started slowing down. And stop. Slams the brakes on. Flat spots all over the train. That's okay. I kind of like that B&M whistle. It sort of looks like a B&M engine, like a 4 or something. Okay. Larka number 7 is ready to go. Larka Depot. Pull up nice and far past. Whoa, what are you doing? Pull up nice and far past the station. CCLX 11. Gotta put these pulpwood cars put away. Close the angle cock. Lace up down here. These are on the right end, right? Yep. Those put away. 114. Go pick up this caboose. Actually, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to go around, close all these doors. Did not time this well. It's now the passenger train sitting here waiting on this. helper to get put away. That's all right. So 6:30 can hang out there for just a minute. Wow, okay. 901 made that quicker than I expected. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, let's turn the handbrake on. Topped in siding. Give me signal that way. .636 is on the stub. Bring him around and tie onto the caboose. I think I fixed it. Man, 901 is needy today. Needy. Okay, so these next two cars are for P2. So we're going to leave them off to the side on the lead here. That's that next move. 902 is in Hewitt. I think 902 is going to wait there for now. We'll focus on trying to get 636 out of town for right now. And the passenger train, obviously. Okay. 636 is going to grab onto this main consist. Okay. Oh. The handbrake off. Lace the air. Kill the markers already? I did. Okay, so now we want to pull these cars out, tie on to these cars we left on the main. And we'll shove the whole thing down to the interchange. That's going to take a while to air up. So 114 will take this extra caboose off the repair track. 37 has a full load of coal. Run him forward. Too far. Give him some water. And we need to set his repair. And then in the
interest of time, I'm going to give him center stall. Run right in there. Okay, we'll let him go ahead and do that. 902, I've said is going to wait. And no one will keep working. Oh, nope. Nope, we're not making that double there. Never mind. No. Sending him down to Graham County Pulpwood. Where, look, those cars we brought are already loaded. Video game magic. That's all we need to do. Line topped and siding up for him. How about that? $37 is almost full. I think he's close enough that we can start the passenger engine headed over here. It's real easy for this one. Just roll straight in there. Haha, just fits. Like literally just fits. How about that? It gives you like a whole description when you hover over it. That's kind of neat. Is it doing these other ones? Huh. Okay. Let's take that off. He's repairing. Got it. Okay. Air valves open. Whoa. Okay, last stop. I didn't know. I don't think these are all going to fit in here, but that's okay. We might leave some for the local to handle. So what I like to do is make sure we're filling the interchange as much as we possibly can. Put a fusee where the interchange zone ends. Set the waypoint to right there.
That's going to take him a little while. Yeah, I should have just given this guy some coal and Andrews. So that way this would just be a top up. In the interest of passengers' time, if nothing else. That's all right. Lesson learned. I like it so much better. The door's shut. The engines fit in there. I mean, it's a little snug, but they fit. The knuckles like scraping the door. Yep, that's going to take him a little bit of time. It's okay. Oh. Okay, so then the next group of these cars need to go right over here. Easy. And my neglected yard engine who had a bunch of stuff it could have been doing and I just didn't do it. Oops. Caboose for the repair track. We got a hopper for the coaling tower. And a boxcar for the furniture or the hardwoods factory. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Executive call. Set down some of that weight. Do this in cuts. Yeah, that'll work better. Trying to shove all that weight down. I probably could have just kept the helper on. That's okay. Nice and full.
You know what? 114 is going to stay right here until the passenger train's done. So now our speed's rocketed all the way up to 3 miles an hour from setting the weight. That's all right. What I'm probably going to do is I'll leave this cut here on the main, and I'll let the local deal with it later. Which isn't really, I guess, prototypical, but none of this is, so it's okay. Okay, 630 is all reloaded. Come back and grab the passenger train and let's give him some track. Interesting to see where we end up on water with this. Might have to change the way I run things a little bit. I got spoiled by the big giant tender the M1's had. it's more than half full. So running mostly downhill and a lot emptier. Okay, passenger train. Set his destination is up the Y track here. Okay, we won't need all this crazy room with this cut. We'll give it to him as a starting point. What we're going to do, we're going to give all the way to Cowie. We're going to put the passenger train into Cowie siding. How full is the passenger train leaving Bryson, I wonder? Oh, pretty full. Nice. Good. Lots of paying customers. That's good enough. Okay. Grab the main line train. Okie dokie. Just gotta grab the caboose and we'll be ready to head out of town. See what the log engine wants. Oh, right. He's still charging him up. It's gonna be a minute. And if I really had my act together, I would just leave a caboose at this interchange here so I didn't have to do this song and dance every time. You know, we could just put the train together with a caboose on the end and go. It's okay. Future idea. You know what though? It's a good idea. Which means we need to create one. You know what we're actually going to do? We're going to lead this off and let it roll. Whee! Whee! A little more. It's a little fast. Come on, a little more. Got it. How about that? Okay. Go ahead and give him signals into Cowie. All right, folks. Well, we'll let him get rolling here. I think this is where we're going to leave it for today. Once he gets on the move. I appreciate everybody watching tonight. If you enjoyed what you saw, you can throw me a like. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to miss the next one, be sure to subscribe.
everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next time. 636 gets out of town.